Alright, welcome back. This will be a shorter video because I've got work shortly. But you read the title of the video. Hang on. Yes, you read the title of the video. I don't want to waste your time. And I just feel like a lot of people in today's society feel like it's the be all and end all to be in a relationship. And I thought I'd just outline a few reasons why I like being single and why it generally just is being good without having to, without being in a relationship with someone. Now, that doesn't go to say that, having a relationship is bad or anything, because obviously it's not. I feel like that's not rocket science. There's obviously plenty of benefits to being in a relationship, and it's most people's life goals to, find a wife, have a family, that kind of stuff. Wholesome shit. And it's great and, awesome, there's, especially if you are still improving yourself and working on yourself and you haven't fully become the man you want to be yet. There's a lot of reasons why being single is great. Now, the first one, and probably the biggest one, is you don't have any commitments. And when I say commitments, I'm talking about commitments to someone, time, financial, even emotional commitments to one person. That makes sense, You don't have someone to if you're like me, you like taking girlfriends on dates, whatever, you're inclined to pay for that stuff. And that stuff takes time. And while working on, you've got to be actually like emotionally present in order to help build and grow that relationship. Because if you are in a relationship, it's only fair on your partner that you give 100% of yourself. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that you don't have that commitment when you're single. You're not spending, money on dates, going spending time with them and all that stuff, having to, share and open your emotions. Now, and that can take quite a toll on you, especially if you are you're transitioning from, normal lifestyle to, successful entrepreneur. And, you've probably you may have more important things, and, it allows you to just focus on what you need to do. You don't have those, I'll call it baggage, but again, it's not a bad thing to be in a relationship. That's what I'm getting at. It's kind of like the grass is greener on both sides. It's just, what type of grass you prefer. That's kind of what this video is about. Now, if you are like myself, trying to 100% focused on, work, myself, my gym, my progress, all that kind of stuff. And, I'm still in uni and I'm still working to pay my bills. I don't really feel like I'm able to commit to someone. But it's, if someone walks into my life and I'm confident that they're like long-term wifey type stuff, then yeah, of course. Don't ever throw that shit away. But, if you're just trying to date someone to have a girlfriend, it's probably not worth it. All right, moving on. Now, not only does having being in a relationship cost, you have commitments in terms of, financial, time, all that stuff. You've also got, when you're single, you're also free to just do what you like. Like I just said, work on yourself, on your self-improvement, really focusing in on your diet, making sure that, you're eating good food and you're, regularly going to the gym and, meeting your protein goals and all that kind of little stuff that can very easily get missed when you've got such a big thing that like a partner. And, it seems like I found it much more effective to not have that. And, I've been in relationships before and, I've found out that those little things do get missed quite often. because, you know, oh, it doesn't matter, you know, no big deal, or, you know, I'll do it later with my girlfriend, that kind of stuff. And, you know, when you are single, you've got that motivation to, you know, you've got no reason to. And I'm going to kind of segue into my last point with, you know, being in a relationship or being single is one less excuse you have for not doing these important things, like, you know, working on yourself, your business, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know. One less excuse that you have, and one more reason to become your best self, if that makes sense. You know, if you aren't in a relationship, you should have every reason to, you know, that motivation to work on yourself to the point where you can get a wife who meets your standards and you can meet their standards, that kind of stuff. Versus, you know, if you are in a relationship, that becomes an excuse. Like I just said, you know, if you're trying to meet your protein goal, you know, you're going on a date with your girlfriend, it's like, oh, I'll have protein later. Or, you know, I'll go to the gym later. And then later comes and then you don't feel like it. And then all of a sudden you've missed gym. And then there's a snowball effects. If you're not in a relationship, it's like, why am I, you know, going to the gym will help me get a girlfriend that I love. That type of stuff. Now, that's kind of about it, really. It's not a bad thing, like I said at the start of the video. It's not a bad thing to be in a relationship, but there are definitely benefits, especially if you're a young man like myself who is working hard to become desirable, become that, you know, dream aesthetic body, masculine, successful, all that kind of stuff. You know, be the guy, be him. Now, I think I'll wrap it up here because, you know, said it was short. I've got places to be. If you're still here at the end of the video, I love you. And remember, life is what you make it.